So you probably clicked on this video because I either gave you an annoying Discord ping, or you want to know how Minehut works. Now listen closely, because there are a lot of big words coming from a very clueless person, aka me. So it's time to learn how the second largest Minecraft server actually works. Now, if you are like me, you like making servers but have no idea how they work. From my point of view, it works like this. Server exists, network exists, server magically connected with a special cable, and boom, network. Make sure to remember to put fans on your server, that's very important. Unfortunately, that doesn't solve the mystery with how Minehut manages to send you between the servers, as if they're magically teleporting you between dimensions. It doesn't solve the mystery as to why you have to be 13 to use Minehut, and I still don't know what will keep my server safe in the event of a technical fault. So, I've got to find someone. I wonder who I can ask. Wait, what's that? What's that sound? Are you hearing what I'm hearing? This is Trent. He's a Minehut admin, and if anyone's gonna know anything about Minehut, it's definitely gonna be him. Without him, nothing on Minehut would work. So let's go speak to him.
So the way that we connect servers together in Minehut is through something called Velocity. So it's a proxy that just lets a bunch of different Minecraft servers kind of all connect together. And when you go between servers, rather than having to go back to the server list, it just makes it look like you're changing worlds. So it's actually the same thing that big servers like Hypixel, and really all the other big Minecraft networks do. But instead of us only connecting servers together that we own, the difference with Minehut is that we let everybody else connect the servers together that are within our network. So that's why you can kind of join Minehut's lobby and then connect to anybody's server within Minehut, go back to the lobby, and then go back and connect to anybody else's. So the panel works by, it's really like the control of your server in game. So there's actually a little process that runs next to your Minecraft server that will communicate back and forth with our website. So if you want to try to OP somebody from the website, it'll send a command to our sidecar is what we call it, which will tell your server to OP that person. Same with the file manager. So we actually just allow you to access the files directly. And that actually kind of ties into where the server goes once it's shut down. The way that we do it is because we let everybody come and turn their servers on whenever they want, we have to make sure that there's room for everybody when they show up and they want to turn it on. So when your server is idle after 5 minutes, meaning no players have been online for 5 minutes, we compress it into one file and do a zip file, and then we store it on a storage server. So if you have a big hard drive or something where you store your videos or something, we store all of our servers in this big storage thing. And then whenever you want to start your server, what it does is you click activate on the web panel when it says your server's hibernating, and then it will create a space for your server, a container within our network, and then it'll download your zip file, unzip it, and then it'll grab the spigot jar, the paper jar, whatever your Minecraft server runs, and then it'll start your server for you. And then at the very end, it connects it to our network, and then that's how it kind of all ties together. One thing that is also unique to us is, in the early days of Minehut, we had it where, people are starting their servers, they're running plugins like Essentials, which, of course, great plugin. And people would join that server, and then they would be able to do something like /scene or another command where it would let you see the IP of the players that connect. So what we do on Minehut to both let server owners still do IP bans and things, but we're also really concerned about player safety and making sure that everybody can come on Minehut, have a good time, be safe without feeling like they're going to be threatened by other people on the network or other server owners. We actually hash your IP. And what that means is when you connect to Minehut, before we send any data to the servers, instead of sending your actual IP, we do we mask it. So we basically send a fake IP to the server, but we do it in a way that it's always the same, real IP to fake IP. So that way a server owner can still IP ban you, and then you couldn't log on another account on the same computer. But it's so that way if if you join a server, that person also becomes mean and they say they're, you know, gonna like look your IP up or something, they don't have your real IP. And so that's something that I think is pretty unique to the Minehut server. And how do we keep your server safe in event of a technical fault? So we actually do a few things to like protect everybody's data. And you know, we've definitely had some issues in the past where you know, we've had like data loss or like some servers get wiped or something. So we've actually done a lot, or put a lot of things in place to prevent that from happening. So we do take like nightly backups of everything, and then that's like an offsite backup that sits somewhere else. So if we had like a massive data loss or something, we could go and retrieve that, and it would at worst, I think, roll back, you know, whatever the last daily backup was. Otherwise, we've put a lot of stuff in place where we make sure that your server doesn't actually turn off until your server like actually saves to storage. Where I think in the past it used to work where, you know, your server would try to save, but maybe you had a really big world, and we might like accidentally, you know, time out your server and shut it down before it fully saved. Or maybe like your save got corrupted or something. So we put a lot of things in place to check for that. So like it can't corrupt, it doesn't shut down until it saves. We take backups of it, and then we also let you take your own backups of it as well, and then let you access like the last time the server was saved. Whereas before we only kept like one save of every single server. And with, you know, around 5 million servers or so, it's a lot of data. We have, I forget how many it is, but it's like 60 or 70 terabytes worth of servers stored like in our backend. But we do now do a few more things to let you try to, you know, make sure that your server never rolls back, or if it does, it's a very short rollback, and you're able to recover it. And you have to be 13 to create a Minehut server because of a law called COPA, and that is just that's not our decision, though I think it's a pretty good one. It is unfortunately just what the United States has as their internet laws. We're not allowed to store data on anybody that's under 13, and that's not just Minehut, that's anybody. There are ways that you can get like parental permission and things. Like I know people have Minecraft accounts that are under 13 because their parent, you know, set it up for them or bought it. So there are some things you can do around that, but just because we're like a big free service or a freemium service, we played on the safe side, and we just make sure that nobody within Minehut is under 13. Best content creator. Ooh, I mean, I don't know. Like you've joined around the block, right? And I don't know. Like Cake Man's pretty good. That's tough. And then like honestly though, if you look at our market, if you're looking at just like all the people that are creating all the content in Minehut, I like Boxic just seems to get it. Like he doesn't do a ton of stuff, but the stuff that he does, like it goes really well. If you look at his content packs that he's put on the market, it's doing better than I think almost anybody else's. So I would say like out of content creators, Boxic, he's definitely at the top of the field right now.
Damn.
Hey Centrect, thanks for having me. If you're watching this video, make sure that you like and subscribe to Centrect. He's got some cool stuff. Really a big fan of him. And then also, if you haven't yet, you can go create your own free Minecraft server on minehut.com.
Well, Trent, thanks for coming on. I'm not going to pretend that Boxic being your favourite creator isn't hurting me inside, but you know what? I can live with it. Thanks for coming on, man, and I hope to see you on the channel again soon. And thank you everyone for watching. Hope you did enjoy, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.